Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending if you're joining us from today. My name is Winnie Mutevu, joining you from Heart Kenya. As I had mentioned, today we're going to have a virtual concert focusing on moving for freedom. And before I continue, I'd like to have an introduction from my co-hosts, starting from my right.
My name is J to the A to the VAN to the THE to the POET, Javan the Poet. Welcome, hashtag Arts to End Slavery. Thank you.
Dave?
Hi, my name is Dave Erdog. I am a multimedia journalist and I am a South Sudanese youth activist and a poet, a very passionate one.
Thank you very much, Dave. Thank you very much, Javan. And so just to give you a brief introduction on who Heart Kenya is, Heart Kenya was founded in 2010, and our core mandate is around countering human trafficking. We do create awareness on the issue. We do protect victims of human trafficking, both male, female, children, and adults. And we do run a shelter. We're able to support girls who've been trafficked. We do research in the area, and we do a lot of partnerships and networking for us to be able to have a greater impact in our work. And so today we are here as we try and celebrate a community that is rarely celebrated, and that's the community of the refugees, majorly looking at the urban refugees in our country, just trying to see when it comes to their voices, who is at least speaking for them, who is supporting their cause when you're looking at the urban settings. However, they exist in a community where we also have host communities, most of the time being Kenyans. And so that's why even on set, I have Dave representing urban refugees in Nairobi, and I have Javan representing the host communities in Nairobi as well. And then I'm here representing Heart Kenya, and I'll be your host today, joined by Javan and Dave. And so without further ado, I'll have Javan introduce the first two artists, and then we'll have the first performance.
Thank you very much. And of course, the concert is Moving for Freedom, hashtag Art to End Slavery. The next two artists is Dina Ndomi and Jay the Poet. Dina Ndomi is a songwriter, a singer who believes in using arts to bring the voices that are, of course, not always seen out there. And also Jay the Poet is a prolific poet that uses his words more than you can ever know to talk to the people. So I'm welcoming you, and be ready. Hashtag Arts to End Slavery. Please host a show and share this widely. Thank you.
Thank you, Winnie. Yeah, so I'll be singing Rise Up. It's basically a song for encouragement. Yes. You're broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round. You can find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we go walk it out and move mountain and move mountain. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid and rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, high like the waves, I'll rise up, in spite of the ache, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And for you, for you, for you, and for you. When the silence isn't quiet and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe, and I know you feel like dying, and I promise you will get the world to its feet. Move mountain and move mountain, and I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up, I'll that we have each other. And for that we have each other. Again, I will rise up again. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Winnie, for the opportunity. I'm glad to be here. Hello, good people. My name is Jera Songeta. As a poet, I'm Jay. And awareness against human trafficking is something that is close to my heart, and that's why I'm here. So one time when I was in high school, there was an enrollment of a new student. So the first thought that comes into our curious teen minds when someone new joined school in the middle of the term was, one, either they just decided to change school, or, which was the main one, they were expelled due to indiscipline cases. But this wasn't the case. So apparently in this period of 2011, 2012, there were rumors going round of Africans with white skin possessing mystical powers. That albinism was somehow now a seraphic resemblance of good luck. There were cases of murders and a few body parts dispossessed for ritual purposes. So our new student was an unfortunate victim, was lied to of a job opportunity across the TZ border, which was the epicenter then of all these occurrences. Good news though, he was rescued before any harm or exploitation was done. So we thought slavery was gone. But human trafficking is now the modern day version. From young kids on the streets forced to beg against their will, to young men being lied of study opportunities abroad, or women and young girls being sold for sexual exploitation. It's sad how money has bleached the minds and hearts of many of us. We all want change sometimes. Immigrate, travel between time, land, in a distant land, or some of us just want to run away from our African problems because sometimes running away from our true selves is the best thing we know how to do. But do we know the law? Do we know the borders? Or of bodies across oceans washing away their memories of home? Do you know how many of our brothers and sisters have lost their freedom while looking for it? How, in their search for education, they found hell fast. How small, vulnerable kids looking for love in their relatives and friends found betrayal instead. So tell me we are Africans. Tell me of your uncle studying abroad. Tell me the only country you know is Saudi Arabia. Tell me we are in the 21st century. Because our ignorance may say that these things don't happen here in Kenya, but if you do your research well, you'll be aware of the recent cases in Mombasa, of the Ugandan girls in Gikomba rescued for suspected human trafficking. These cases are here in our day to day. So slavery didn't end. It evolved. And when we play blind, more and more of our brothers and sisters are now out of sight. So let's rename history rumor. Isambaye, tuwe the light, warmth na moisture ya kujaminate his seed. Sometimes tunaweza kuwa na books kwa mikono but your knowledge and information ndio bado haijaingia kwa kichwa. Kuna taa but hakuna light, juu kiberiti bado haijakishwa. So acha hati tufunze. Acha hizi words we able to transform minds za watu, hearts zao zime lose love. Tujue human trafficking sio theory. Tujue ni sisi tunaweza fanya kesho even a different story.
I work under the prevention program within Heart Kenya. So I think today we are just going to talk about one of a program that we did together with GIZ, Civil Peace Service, under the SIF program. Basically, it is to enhance resilience to human trafficking to the urban refugees and host communities within Nairobi County. Yes, and other counties, depending on the activities that we were initiating. So the focus areas for this particular program that started in the month of July to October 2020 were to have radio programs, do what we call bulk messaging, where we share messages with communities. This is the host community and the urban refugees. Also, the radio programs will touch on refugees who are in camps, because we have a radio station within the same camps, also in Kakuma. Also, part of we were distributing PPEs. These are protective equipments, most of the face mask and hand sanitizers and hand wash for the targeted group because of the current pandemic, so that at least they're able to protect themselves within that capacity. Also, we were also doing mural installations in various locations within Nairobi. This will also guide as an arts for social change when it comes to matters human trafficking and safe migration, and generally human rights issues. Yeah. For the radio programs, we had collaborated with the ComNet. This is Kenya Community Media Network, that was able to mobilize for us various radio stations. I will say 8 in total within different counties. Majorly Nairobi, we had several community-based radio stations. I will say one was Ruben FM, we had Pamoja FM, we had Mtaani Radio, and then we had Coach FM. Outside Nairobi, we were able also to engage with the Ref FM, and then Kwaleranet and Radio Tumaini. So for Ref FM, this is a radio station based at Kakuma, the camp where most refugees reside. Looking at Radio Tumaini based in Mombasa County. So at least we will be able to also reach out to other 3 counties apart from Nairobi. These are radio stations that are majorly for local radio stations, working in various locations within the counties, and they have a radius of a minimum of 3 kilometers to 5 kilometers in radius when it comes to reaching out to terms of frequency. And also they have a reach of about 250 listeners to 300,000 listeners, depending on the radio station that we are talking about. And we were able to reach out to them, and majorly they talk in local dialect, more so Kiswahili. Sometimes they do what we call Sheng. Looking at Radio Ranet, Kwale Ranet, it also has some other local languages that they're able to use to reach out to their listeners. So we were able to have a training for the presenters, because they needed to understand matters human trafficking, human rights, and issues of safe migration, so that they will use that content to guide them when we're having sessions with them. So it was more of 1-hour sessions per radio station, and each radio stations were given a radio drama that we did previously of cases depicting child trafficking and adult trafficking. In terms of listeners, for various radio stations, they were different, depending on the locality, and most so these are informal settlements, whereby these community radio stations are based in. So you will see, for example, like Ruben FM has a reach of 300,000 listeners within a radius of 5 kilometers. So other stations like Kwale Net, I believe it had like 150,000 listeners over, again, a radius of 5 kilometers. So they vary but the least had 150 listeners, and the highest had 300,000 listeners within their specific radius. We are trying to use the short SMS, short message services, whereby we have short messages informing recipients in terms of they will get messages on their phone when it informs them of issues of trafficking. So generally it's just like an awareness platform whereby we get to inform them what is trafficking, some of the how will you now identify trafficking within your locality, do you know even what safe migration is, are you able to respond in case you are in such a situation, how do you now respond to that situation. So we were doing a series of 5 messages per recipient that will be shared in intervals. So one is just to build that relationship. Then as we go on, people get to understand, and at the final stage of the messages, they're able also to respond to through this SMS. They're able to respond in terms of asking questions or reporting a case or just sharing feedback in general. And we also, within the messages, we were placing in our helpline number, the 0780-211-113, whereby again they will call within that, using that platform to may get more information or also report cases. We also shared our website, so they will also go and see what we do as an organization, and maybe if they want more information with regards to Heart Kenya. Our target was about to reach 30,000 recipients within, because we have a database of about 30,000 recipients from our previous engagements, and we will share this information with them within across 20 counties within the nation. For the mural installations, we were looking at engaging artists who we trained again. These are graffiti artists, fine artists, who would now do murals on walls within Nairobi again, and in different locations. We would go to Isili. We had 2 murals because we have Isili North and Isili Airbase. We went to Dandora, we went to Komarok, we went to Kiamaiko, we went to Madare to just share this information when it comes to putting murals for information. Like, it's more of people will come and see the murals and just respond to it in terms of the information that is there. But within the same location, we had collaborated with various partners that we normally work with, and these are more so on social justice centers, like Kiamaiko Social Justice Centers, Dandora Social Justice Center. In Isili, we had Social Transformation and Empowerment Organization. These now are the ones who assisted us to get the walls, because again we had previous trainings with some of them, and they will also help us to share information within that space where the walls are placed. So if somebody will come and will want more information, they will also respond. And also we also placed our helpline number within the murals when it comes to sharing more information. So people will see messages on issues of rights, human rights. They will see what modern day slavery is all about, and then also some exploitations are being depicted in the murals, and then also our helpline number for maybe reporting of cases within that locality. Under the prevention department, we were able to, because we're now looking at creating that resilience to human trafficking, we have people who lost their jobs, we have people who are finding it difficult to support their livelihood, most of even the refugees. And we also tried to support a few with coming up with hand wash. This is liquid hand wash soap, so that we are able to distribute to again targeted host communities and urban refugees within different areas in Nairobi localities where they now are situated or they reside. So we were able to procure services from our Ushirikiano women group. These are a group of urban refugees. TUSA. This is Tushirikiane TUSA, organization that works for and with urban refugees. Yes. Well, it has been a worthy initiative, looking at us just reaching out to people with information on matters trafficking, be it within Nairobi and also outside, looking at the radio station. And I will say it has been impactful because I also managed to go to some of the radio stations, and you will see people now giving in comments, giving in reactions to what they have learned, and truly they will say this is happening. It's just that they did not know that whatever is happening close to them was considered to be trafficking. So children coming from rural homes coming to live within Nairobi settings, mostly in the informal settlements, and working as hawkers within the settlement, working as retail shops, working within the households. Some of them even not attending school. So they will say this is really happening, and they will be responding to the helpline number. Some of them even we could get some of cases that even happened before that somebody could call in or send an SMS and just respond to that. Looking at us sharing the hand wash and the face mask, at least to protect us, more so the targeted group, from the current pandemic. I feel it's a bold move, and it's a strong indication that we are with the community, and the community we are working together with the community. The mural installation, these are art pieces that will go even more than 2 years. Even if somebody leaves that space and where they used to reside and go to another location, they will send the same information. For those who are coming in the same location to reside there, they will also see the same art piece and then also respond to it. So it is information that will be there for more than even 2 years, and it will help people to learn matters human trafficking and safe migration. Yes.
That was a very beautiful performance from our team, Dina and Jay. And we also got to have an introduction from Louis. So as we all know, we've had Corona, COVID-19 affecting the world. I think since last year in November, or was it in September? Looking at back in China. But then in Kenya, we got the first confirmation in September, in March rather, wow. 2020 has been long, we are here, we are alive. So we got the first confirmation in March, and that meant that our work was affected. We could not go out and reach out to communities. Even looking at reaching out to our survivors, it meant we have more challenges because we are being more cautious, looking at not just spreading the virus to more people. And that's why we had to sit down and just think through what can we be able to do now to still support our communities, still continue to create awareness, and also support our victims and survivors. And hence the need for us to have mural installations, bulk messaging, and also looking at social media engagement. And I think one of the things that we had to do was to look at, we can't get to you with information, however we're able to support communities with PPEs. And so in partnership with GIZ, CPS, the SIF program, we're able to have masks for families, hand wash and hand sanitizers being distributed. And so that was what Louis was able to just share a bit on. What have we been able to do during this period when community engagement is highly affected? And just for us to move on to the next bit of the program, I would want to have Javan introduce the next two artists, and then we'll move on with the program.
Thank you very much, Winnie. It's a pleasure to introduce these two great artists. The first one will be Nick Agesa. Nick Agesa is a singer, songwriter, pianist, and a guitarist. I'm happy to have shared a stage with him some times back, and he's a very strong vocalist. He believes in love, as in love is what will save the world. And also after him will be Dave Erjok, a South Sudanese, 25 years old, a poet and an activist. He comes from the breed of the likes of Anna Taban, very strong youths in South Sudan. Thank you very much and welcome. Don't forget to keep tweeting, keep sharing the hashtag Arts to End Slavery. Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Winnie, for this opportunity. for the first song that I'm going to sing, it's called Let Me Dream Again. And it's basically a story about when we were young, we all had dreams, you know? Even little kids right now have dreams, and dreams to be doctors, to maybe tour the world and stuff like that. But looking at it this way, when you have all these dreams and you want to reach wherever you want to reach, but someone comes and takes away your dream, this person decides to traffic you as a child and shut away all your dreams. It's a bad thing. It's a really bad thing. So basically, this song is called Let Me Dream Again, you know? So I hope you guys enjoy it.
I wanna dream again. I wanna be free from all this pain, free from all this ache. But it looks like these dreams will never be, because of an evil man who decided to have his hand. And now Nico Hapa locked up in this cage. But I wanna live again, I wanna dream again. So take me away, take me away, away from these demons. Let me dream again. So take me away, take me away, away from these demons. Let me dream again. Take me away. Oh, take me away. I wanna dream again. I wanna be free from all this pain, free from all this ache.
So for my next song, I'm gonna sing Recovery by James Arthur. Basically, it's just a message to encourage everyone who has gone through, every victim that has gone through human trafficking. It's just to encourage them that you can recover from it, you know, and this is your journey and this is your recovery. Thank you.
And I don't wanna play this game no more. I don't wanna play it. I don't wanna stand round here no more. I don't wanna stay here like rain on a Monday morning, like pain that just keeps on going on. Look at all the hate they keep on showing. I don't wanna see that. Look at all the stones they keep on throwing. I don't wanna feel that, like the sun that just keeps on burning. I used to be so discerning on. In my recovery, I'm a soldier at war. I have broken down walls. I defined, I designed my recovery in the sound of the sea, in the oceans of me. I defined, I designed my recovery. Oh, yeah, yeah. And I can hear the choirs keep on singing. Tell me what they're saying. And I can hear the phone, it keeps on ringing. I don't wanna answer. I know that I used to listen. And I know I've become dismissive. Oh, 'cause in my recovery, I'm a soldier at war. I have broken down walls. I designed my recovery in the sound of the sea, in the oceans of me. I designed my recovery. Yeah. Oh, yeah. My recovery, my recovery, my recovery. 'Cause in my recovery, I'm a soldier at war. I've broken down walls. I designed my recovery in the sound of the sea, in the oceans of me. I designed my recovery.
Thank you.
Daddy, don't touch me there. I'm gonna tell on you one day, I swear. Can't you see I'm scared? You're supposed to be my Daddy, don't touch me there. I'm gonna tell on you one day, I swear. Can't you see I'm scared? You're supposed to be my Daddy, don't touch me there. I'm gonna tell on you one day, I swear. Can't you see I'm scared? You're supposed to be mine. You're supposed to be mine. I'm supposed to be your daughter. I'm supposed to be your daughter, and you are supposed to be my protector, provider, not the one that backslid me in a corner with a knife and one strong arm in my collar. Mom, I call her. Honor your mother and father, and you shall live long. But how do you honor the one that did you wrong? Like an angel. Last broke the little angel's heart. Mommy, don't touch me there. I'm gonna tell on you one day, I swear. Can't you see I'm scared? You're supposed to be my uncle, don't touch me there. I'm gonna tell on you one day, I swear. Can't you see I'm scared? You're supposed to be my boss, don't touch me there. I'm gonna tell on you one day, I swear. Can't you see I'm scared? You're supposed to be my I don't know what it is. I don't know where the money is. I lost direction. I don't know where I am. Is this north, south, or east? He lured me in with a job. I didn't know that he had claws. I don't cry no more. With tears that don't seem to cry, she said, I don't cry no more. My tears are unseen, and my cries unheard, and the world is full of sin. Boss, don't touch me there. I'm gonna tell on you one day, I swear. Can't you see I'm scared? You're supposed to be my uncle, don't touch me there. I'm gonna tell on you one day, I swear. Can't you see I'm scared? You're supposed to be my While she watch plays, your kids are back home eating steaks and taking another takes. Daddy, don't touch me there. I'm gonna tell on you one day, I swear. Who's the devil? Read the Bible. Who's the devil? read the Bible. Who's the devil? He feels entitled. Who's the devil? He visits me in night and leaves me with a pain full of 1,000 pain. Worse than death. Who's the devil? They say a man ain't supposed to cry. And I said I want to be famous like Tupac, but the pain is just too much. It's eating me up inside. Looking straight to my eyes, I'm sick with them lies. What happened to my ride or die? What happened to us? Till the end of time, because of you I get high sometimes. Brother said, build yourself and one day you're gonna fly away like Tony Stark. And there's nothing for something with these words. Come hard work and persevering the effort. Success, it's a no man land. This is me. This is me. I'm lifting up who I was designed to be. Necessity make the dream. Yes, it's necessary to pull up in a century. Necessity make the being and that being make me. They say he's a refugee and his future is not clear to see, but being a refugee does not define me. It's what inside me. I'm not perfect, but I'm trying to paint the best picture of me. Young refugee stuck on a one-day island, you know, like one day I want to be on TV like Oprah, is stuck by TMZ, followed everywhere from the garden to the corporate. One day I want to be a pilot, one day I want to be filled with rich, spending vacation in Copacabana. One day, just one day I want to be stress-free, sitting down, sipping soda and doing yoga. But when one day turned into someday, and someday turned into lost hope, and lost hope turned into broken soul, leaving young refugees with a broken goal. Young refugees getting old before they make it to the pot of gold. Young refugees getting old before they achieve their goals. I have a dream. I'm not talking about Martin Luther King. Don't ever give up. Lift your head up and sing and pray that you make it through the schemes for you to achieve. These are dreams of a refugee boy. I'm Dave. Daddy, don't touch me there.
2014. Do work solo, but still kuna crew. That is if kazi ni kubwa. Just from the basic look of it, naweza ipatia to human trafficking. Okay, nili choose a child because a child is more vulnerable. Mtoto hawezi kuambia ana ile consent, hawezi kuambia ati inafaa kwa hivi na hivi. So niliamua kwenda na mtoto cause mtoto ananga sauti, hawezi jisema. Yeah. So from the look of it wanaelewa, wanaona what's happening. So if anyone anataka clarifications pia nampatia. Yeah. But iko poa, environment imekuwa poa. The most challenging ilikuwa ku sketch the whole of it, because nilikuwa na feel kama the whole ilikuwa small, so I had to at least compress ndio ikuje into your perspective isipotee.
So that was a very emotional performance from Dave. Also Nick did a really, really good job. And I think we got to finish that second set with having one of our artists install the mural, just for us to see what has been happening on the ground, for us to understand what is happening, looking at our awareness creation interventions at this moment. But then just to remind all of us, we have ongoing conversations online, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, on YouTube as well. So please, let's join in and have those conversations as we try and just make a call and advocate and have all of us really join together and stand in and just speak up and be able to just support each other as brothers and sisters, because really, to be honest, no one chooses to run away from their country to come anywhere or to go anywhere to go and struggle. So if we can be able to just look at each other and be able to support each other, because again, today it's me, tomorrow it might be you. So for all of us to look into it and acknowledge the humanity that exists in all of us. And so as we move on with the discussion, I'll have Dave introduce the next set of artists.
In our next performance segment, we have a very talented artist called Zania Manessa. She's a singer, songwriter, dancer signed to the American Apple label. Wow.
Yeah.
I can just say wow because it's going to be mind-blowing. And also, she's based in Atlanta. She has recently released her debut extended play EP entitled Falling Apart. Can't wait to see this. And on stage and the next coming fall after her, it's poet K2, a very talented young refugee based in Nairobi. And he's really talented. I can't wait to see this.
Nice.
Thank you, Winnie, for that introduction. My name is Zinia Manasseh, and this is Ivy Alexander. And today we're here to raise awareness about human trafficking. I always think about how I can create an impact and how I can share knowledge about things that even I may not have enough awareness about. And so that is why I'm doing this today, to raise more awareness about human trafficking and the exploitation of people's rights. And so music is how I have realized I make the biggest impact. So I hope you enjoy these songs, and I hope that you look into HAART to gain more knowledge about human trafficking and how you can help. So this first song is called Don't Go. It's off my project, Falling Apart. Staring at your picture, hanging on the wall, thinking of our last encounter, wasn't ready for the fall. Wondering when you'll get here, I wanna talk it out. If you just be patient with me, we can work it out. 'Cause now that I'm not with you, I'm hurting 'cause you crossed the line. I still want you on my time. You're the only one that gets me. Now that I'm not with you, I'm wishing you were here with me. I know I told you to leave. Please, baby, don't go. Don't go, 'cause I need you more. Baby, don't go, 'cause I need you more than you know. I can't remember what we said that put us in the place we're in, but I regret it, yeah, I regret it, yeah. I know I said I'm tired and I can't keep up this fighting. That was crazy, it was so crazy. 'Cause now that I'm not with you, I'm hurting 'cause you crossed the line. I still want you on my time, 'cause you're the only one that gets me. Now that I'm not with you, I'm wishing you were here with me. I know I told you to leave, but baby, don't go. Don't go, 'cause I need you more. I need you more than you know. Yeah, don't go, baby, don't go. 'Cause I need you more than you know. So this is where I tell you that I'm sorry, and this is where I tell you that I'm sorry. 'Cause this can't be the end of our story. It can't be the end of our story. Yeah, this is where I tell you that I'm sorry. This is where I tell you that I'm sorry. It can't be the end of our story. Can't be the end of our story. go, don't go. Yeah, don't go, baby, don't go. Baby, don't go. This next song is called So Love Me. Hope you guys enjoy it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. You got my mind spinning around. You got my heart racing now. What is love if you're not around? If you're not around, this is something that I can't explain. You have me hypnotized in every way. Baby, please, will you please stay? Will you please stay? 'Cause I know that you love me and you care. I know it's been rough, but baby, I need you here. I know that you love me. I know that you love me. I know that you love me and you care. No, it's been rough, but baby, I need you here. I know that you love me. Love me. So love me. Life stands still when you're not next to me. My body drained of energy. You're my drug, my ecstasy, my ecstasy. All I can do is sit and think about us. How did we get here? What happened to trust? I'm tired of fighting. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. 'Cause I know that you love me and you care. I know it's been rough, but baby, I need you here. I know that you love me. I know that you love me. I know that you love me and you care. No, it's been rough, but baby, I need you here. I know that you love me. So love me here. So love me. Love me. So love me. Love me right. Love me right. Love me right. Love me right. Oh, love me right. Love me right. Love me right. And if you're at home, you can sing this with me if you feel like. You say, love me right. Love me right. Love me right. Love me right. Oh, love me right. Love me right. Love me right. Love me right. Oh, I know that you love me and you care. No, it's been rough, but baby, I need you here. I know that you love me. I know that you love me. I know that you love me and you care. No, it's been rough, but baby, I need you here. I know that you love me. Love me here. So love me here. So love me here. So love me here. So love me. So love me. So love me. Yeah, yeah. Once again, I'm Zinia Manasseh, and this is Ivy Alexander, and I hope you guys enjoyed our performance.
So thank you, Winnie, for the opportunity that you've given me to perform here. So the next poem, first of all, before I even perform, let me introduce myself. I go by the name Poet K2. I'm a South Sudanese poet, and the poem that I'm going to be performing is based on early forced marriage. So every year, 14 million girls are married worldwide. 1 out of the 7 from the developing world is married before her 15th birthday, some as young as 8 or 9. And in 2010, over 67 million women aged 20 to 24 had been married off as girls. And if this trend continues, 142 million young girls will be married off by 2030. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, it's early forced marriage. And it's a high time to stop hearing about this. Because if we don't talk about this, then our sisters may be the next victim. So say no to early forced marriage. And this is based on a true story. So hear this. So it's 2 hours past 6 p.m. and I'm worried. My younger sister Chol is not home yet. The last time she came home this late was 2 years ago when she was 16. And I remember her father whipping her so hard, she'll come running to me shouting, "Brother, brother." I'll hold her so tight, wipe her tears and tell her, "Angel, don't cry. Big brother is here." So at this time, I'm worried. And I start making phone calls. I call her friend Nayen. Nayen says, "Achol left 2 hours ago," and she looked unhappy. I call her friend Monica. Monica says, "Achol left an hour ago," and she took a Bible with her. I don't know where I got all the other contacts, but I kept on calling. 3 hours into calling, and Achol is nowhere to be found. Achol turned 18 a week ago. Oh, so she now thinks she's a big girl. She can come home whenever she likes, go wherever she wants, and do whatever she likes. I swear this time round she's going to get it. Achol, big brother won't be there to wipe your tears. Achol, big brother won't be there to give you a shoulder to cry on. Achol, big brother won't be there for you. But wait, something is not right. Father had visitors today. His 61-year-old friend was here today. And they seem to have been discussing something very serious. And each and every time I overheard them speaking about 100 cows. Oh no, it's not what I'm thinking. I'm just overthinking. But why would father do this? Has the greed of wealth become more important than the dignity of his own daughter? Has the greed of wealth become more important than the future of his own daughter? Achol is almost done with high school. Achol is getting A's in chemistry because she wants to go to the university and study medicine. Achol is getting A's in biology because she wants to be a doctor in the future. So at this time, I'm very freaked out. And I start looking for her. And within no time, I found Achol at a riverbank. She turns around holding a Bible in her hands, looks at me and says, "Brother, go and tell father that I had loved the family very much and had given my everything, but he valued wealth over me." And before I could do anything, Achol had already thrown herself into the river and drowned And those were her last words. And I'm left there asking myself, what kind of a wicked generation are we turning into? A generation where the girl child is seen as a source of income. A generation where we've forgotten the meaning of gender equality. A generation where we're losing future leaders because of the negativities we're doing today. But actions speak more louder than words. So it's high time we stop hearing testimonies about this and do something about it. Because each and every year, we're losing innocent souls, all in the name of early forced marriage. Poet K2. So the next piece that I'm going to be doing, first of all, being a South Sudanese, my parents crossed the border from South Sudan into Kenya in 1992. And since then, life has never been the same. Because since then, there's a name that we've been called, not due to anything, but it's a condition, a name called Refugee. So the next poem I'm going to be performing is based on, it's titled Refugee. So I hope you guys get a message out of it. So hi, I'm from South Sudan. Yeah, I know you all probably heard of the country. So that's my motherland. And because of civil war, I've got brothers and sisters staying in every part of the continent. I've got others in Australia, others in Canada, Ethiopia, Uganda, and thanks to the United Nations and the Kenyan government, I'm living with others in Kakuma. Our negative stories have been told in every part of the world. And whenever we think it's coming to an end, that's when it starts. The other day I tried calling mom to ask her how everybody is doing back at home. She picked up. But she seems to be in a hurry. Because when I tried talking to her, all I could hear was, son, son, son. And before she hung up, I had gunshots. At that time I knew a child somewhere has become an orphan. Someone's father has become a victim of death. A woman has been turned into a widow. A massacre had taken place. This was 15th December 2013, a year that made me believe death really exists. And this got me asking my father, Dad, what has always been your dream in this country? He took me by the hands, looked into my eyes and started shedding tears and says, son, I've never had a dream because I've never slept. How do you expect me to sleep when all I've been doing is running in the bushes, protecting you guys from flying bullets? How do you expect me to sleep and whenever I close my eyes, I'm being woken up by sounds of innocent women, children, men crying for their lives? How do you expect me to sleep when the floor I'm supposed to sleep on is full of blood? And that's why nowadays, I'm not known by my name. I'm known as a refugee. I've always wanted to be a journalist. But wait, how do I report death of my people each and every time? My sister wanted to become a doctor, but she can't bear having blood of innocent women in her hands every day. My brother wanted to become a professional footballer, but his legs were taken away from him. I don't know why all this is happening, but tribe is nothing but a name we've only been given to divide us. So instead of preaching war, why don't we preach peace? Instead of spreading hate, why don't we spread love? Instead of dividing ourselves, why don't we unite together as one? Because I went to a foreign land, tried making friendship with this guy. Everything was going well, but he immediately walked away from me when a passerby said, hey, be careful. He's from South Sudan. At that time, I started hating myself. Why was I even born in such a time whereby your brother helps you today and tomorrow he's the same person that pulls a trigger on your head? And that's why nowadays, I'm not known by my name, but I'm known as a refugee. My flag has 6 colors. Black, a color that presents the black melanin skin that my people have, a skin no matter the scars on it, they'll still shine with it. Still, no matter the tears that fall on the skin, it's still gonna shine with it. Red, the color that represents the blood that our forefathers shed when struggling for freedom. White, the peace that we've been longing for decades after decades. Green, the natural wealth that my country has that is not seen because of war. Blue, color that takes me back to the good old days when we used to laugh as we fish on that river Nile. Yellow, color that gives me hope and determination that no matter the darkest days that my country is undergoing, one day there'll be a light at the end of the tunnel. Point K2, peace for South Sudan. So that was the piece based on refugee. It's based on what happened in my country back in 2013. I lost relatives and other friends too. Civil war based on tribalism and all those sorts of things. So that was the poem. And I hope people will get a change. People will get people that relate to it. Because I always tell the youth that there's a difference between enjoying your youth and destroying your future. So right now, if you accept to be influenced by these people that are influencing you to go against your brother, at the end of the day, we are all humans. At the end of the day, we're in one country. And tribalism is nothing but a name we've only been given to divide us. So peace to everyone that is watching. Thank you. Once again, Poet K2.
Thank you, Winnie. Thank you so much for this opportunity. To the guys who are watching, I hope you've been having an amazing time, because I have been. But yeah, this is me, Spontaneous the Poet, and the amazing guitarist, Stingo Thao. Yeah, on the block, and I hope you get to enjoy freedom. I used to wear my hair long before I became, long before the pollen grains met the ovaries and I became. When he said the 4-letter words, let there be you. So when I first met Air, they shaved my hair saying, gone are your womb days, welcome to your world, peasant. I screamed, freedom, 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 freedom. And they said I was tough. And that was good, because that meant I would be adapting to this hood. So I grew older. I wore my hair longer. It was womanly. In my ambition stage, the carbohydrate on sage, you could say that I was beautiful. And beauty wanted to meet its male vision. Handsome. You could say that that's the first time my shoot went down as my root went up, and we were ready for our own plans. We were in love. You see, financially, I was okay. No, financially, we were okay. No, financially, he was okay, but I didn't mind. You see, I was blind, he was deaf, we didn't mind. Ours was safe. What did I say? I was blind, he was deaf, we didn't mind, ours was safe. Safe enough to travel in a foreign land without the knowledge of our parents. Safe enough to not to let the Ministry of Migration know of our location. Safe enough not to speak to our friends pale mtandaoni. Selfless enough to let my husband take charge of our traveling documentations. Freedom, 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 freedom. Time passed. I wore my hair ragged. It was twisted. You could say that this is the first time I met my real husband, a pimp, and I met the new me, a slave. You see, for $90 a day, my house became a brothel, a pornographic casting location with eye on the lead role. For $90 a day, I chose this chain because my child would be slain. For $90 a day, I called on death. But death said, you wear your hair ragged. I swear this hit me so hard. With his palm on my face, in this clouded vase, I called on God. I think I mumbled a prayer. Lord, if I don't die, then let me live. Because if I didn't leave, my child will too. If I stayed, it won't help anyone. So I wore my hair long enough to draw me out of this tunnel. I wore my hair longer. Then I wore my hair dread. Living in these 4 new words redefined. Let there be you. Spontaneous. There be
Welcome back.
spontaneous.
Winnie, go on.
So we are back on stage and the weather has decided otherwise. It's drizzling where we are live on stage. And so yeah, not the best moment to be outside right now. However, we've had spontaneous poet K2 and Zenia Manasseh from stage. I think what I would like to encourage all of us is just to join the conversation, understanding what really happens. We've had Poet K2 really talk about the journey, as well as Dave talking about what really happens. And I think we need to ask ourselves, I know we get angry, we get sad when we hear Kenyans are trafficked, they're stuck abroad. We hear of stories of Kenyans crying in the Gulf countries. And all of us want to take action and try to see how we can support them. However, we have very many refugees coming from all over East Africa and even outside Africa seeking refuge here in Kenya, but then we act like their suffering doesn't count. And so just us thinking about, if you were in that position, would you want more? Would you want to be welcome, to actually have an environment that is actually even enabling you to be able to actually flourish and continue living your life? And so it's just looking at what happens in our world right now and even in our country. We need to question a lot, because with what we do, we actually expose refugees and even looking at IDPs to human trafficking, because now they've come to seek refuge, but no one is willing to support them. And so we expose them to our world where everyone is willing to take advantage of whoever is really ready and available to be exploited. Because once you find someone who really needs support and needs help, and one is willing to do it, people will take advantage. They'll promise you heaven, they'll promise you education, they'll promise you even marriage, but then you ending up in situations where you're being exploited. So for us to continue the discussion, please get into Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube. The hashtag is @toendslavery. Join us for us to continue the discussion. And as we move on, we would want to have the next set on stage. We'll have Enigma, Lisa Oduor, Dopan, and Sage Mutai. And so as they come on stage, I'll just like all of us to just take a quick break, just a 5 minutes break. Can we just go online and just have our message of hope? And just what are you willing to do to support the communities that are actually living around you, whether it's a fellow Kenyan from a different community, whether it's a refugee, whether it's an IDP, what are we willing to do to support them so that we're able to create a space where all of us have a dignified life as human beings? So for the next 5 minutes, I would want all of us to be able to just comment what are we willing to be able to do. And I think in the next set, we'll go through the messages and see what's going on our social media sites. Apart from that, let's welcome Enigma, Lisa, Dopan, and Sage Mutai. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Enjoy.
Thank you, Winnie, for this opportunity to perform and give a few insights on the plight of human trafficking. Of course, the human trafficking industry is thriving because there are a number of enablers that are associated with it that we never get to talk about or see. For instance, the story I'll be doing today is a story about a pimp. Picture a pimp who has been caught doing human trafficking of kids and people in the region and taken to prison. And so they're writing a letter to you, explaining to you why you, the people who are viewing this, could possibly be enablers of the entire scheme in the grand scale of things. So this is a letter from the pimp. I hope you enjoy. They gave a name to the help that they begged me to give their immigrant daughters. They called it pimping. They told you how I gave their daughters away to the demand and supply curves of the cities of this world. They told you how they did not know that they would never see their daughters again when they handed me their daughters' passports, birth certificates, and identity cards. They told you how the wait has been long and painful, and how they wish to hear the voices and see the faces of their children. They will be convincing in how they express their pain. They will shed tears and write letters about how badly the help I have given them has affected them, and how they wish nothing but the full weight of the law on me and my trade. The law. This same law that is run and paid for by the soiled hands of powerful shadows, with hands that stretch into the despair of men and women such as they that seek my help, the pimp. I have oiled these hands. I have oiled them with the numbing pain and tears of daughters and sons, both young and old. They will not tell you about how happy they are that their youngest children are now able to go to school because now they can afford the school fees. They will not tell you how they receive an anonymous lump sum of money at the end of each month that allows them to sleep under a modest roof. They will not let you see the deception of the idea that I could have possibly obtained the documents of their sons and daughters and stripped them away from their homelands. They will be crafty in how they do not tell you how they begged me to look for opportunities for their sons and daughters at whatever cost. You will not be there when they smile and jump for joy in the inlands of Tanzania. You will not be there when I tell them that I have found a job for their daughter in a spa in the leafy suburbs of Nairobi. Here, she will be expected to do extras for more pay. You will not be there when I tell them that I have found a job in a casino for their son in Mogadishu. You will not be there when they tell their daughter, hush, don't cry. You see this thing in the middle of your legs? It's not a soap so that it lathers and withers away when it's used. You will not be there to see the spirits of their sons breaking when they are told that it is their turn to take care of their families and that this is the only way to do it. When they come at you next time, singing the songs of how much I am the enemy, ask them if there was a possibility, however slim, that they helped me do the harm that they blame on me. Ask them this and watch them become silent.
Thank you so much, Roni, for this opportunity. Thank you for having me and for having Ivy. The cause for human trafficking is important to me because every person is worth something. We're all born with value and born with purpose. And that's one of the things that tries to deny women, children of their divine and intrinsic purpose. And I think even the songs that I wrote and chose for today, I wanted to remind people that just for this moment, regardless of what you've been through, regardless of what you will go through, you are enough. And that there's room for you in this world, in spite of what has happened to you, in spite of what they've spoken to you. And that as you go forward, know that the person that you are is as unique as your thumbprint. There's no one else like you in this world. And for what you're supposed to do, that's why you're still here. So the first song I'm going to do is a song called Enough. And that's what it talks about. Blame is a name game. Truth is I'm at the end of my rope with it. Carrying my heart, these bloodstains on my shirt from all the holes I've been bleeding through. But today I will let go of the aching. Today I let go of what I heard them say. Oh, today I know I'll feel like me again. Today, I will be enough for me, for me, for me, for me. See, I said it's my fault. I made some excuses, but I was a scapegoat for you. I didn't want to do this, and you weren't used to fighting for what's inconvenient for you. But today I will let go of the aching. Today I hold on to promise, yeah. Oh, today I know I'll feel like me again. Today, I will be enough for me, for me, for me, for me, for me, for me, for me today. I won't be afraid, no, today. I'll be enough for me today. No, I won't be afraid, no, today. I'll be enough for me today, yeah. No, I won't be afraid, no, today. I'll be enough for me, yeah, today.
me, for me, for me. I hope you know that you're enough just for me and just for you. Know that today I will be enough for me. Maybe I've been wearing disguises, pulling the wool right over my eyes, yeah. Just to get by on my own, I keep telling you I'm fine when I'm looking for the missing pieces. And life has a habit of asking me questions I never know the answers to. But I won't tell myself that I'm not enough no more. See, I was built from a vision of love, love, and I won't let it trample over my soul no more. I think I found a way out, can't turn back now. Finding who I was brought me to pieces, and I was led to a rebirth. Had to look at life different with no filters, just to be really myself. Got tired of being a liar, playing pretend, but I refused to face the pain. But I had to walk right into it to meet who I could be from it. But I won't tell myself that I'm not enough no more. See, I was built from a vision of love, love, and I won't let it trample over my soul no more. Think I found a way out, can't turn back now, no, no, no. And I won't tell myself that I'm not enough no more, no. See, I was built from a vision of love, yeah, yeah, yeah. And I won't let it trample over my soul no more. 'Cause I found a way out, can't turn back now, 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 now. No, I can't turn back now, now, now. I can't turn, won't turn, can't turn back now. And I won't tell myself that I'm not enough no more, no. See, I was built from a vision of love, love, and I won't let it trample over my soul no more. I think I found a way out, I can't turn back, I won't turn back now. And I won't tell myself that I'm not enough no more. 'Cause I was built from a vision of love, love, and I won't let life trample over my soul no more. I think I found a way out, can't turn back now.
Yeah, thank you, Winnie, for the opportunity. My name is Dolphin. I'm a spoken word poet. And it comes to like things that, injustices, for me, it's very close to heart because I'm a product of a very dysfunctional family. And I try to imagine that if, most kids in my situation, like most kids in my place, never really get someone to take care of them. Never. For me, I was lucky enough to have my grandparents, my paternal grandparents, who are able to take on the burden, when my mom passed away and then my dad later on. But I know for most kids in that situation, like family members will take advantage of that, and I imagine that is a very huge predisposing factor when it comes to things like human trafficking and such. And so I want to share a piece that is very close and personal for me. It's called Gorgeous Garden. This was part of me trying to come to terms with my family background and the dysfunction, and eventually coming to peace with that situation. So this is Gorgeous Garden. Ukizaliwa late 80s nje ya wedlock, especially kama mako ni hustler kwa town ndogo ya ushago, unafaa kujua attachment ni expensive. Hiyo ni cost itabidi umeforgo. Most likely utachishwa nyonyo kabla umalize time ya kunyonya. Most likely utajuana na Anita quite intimately decades before wapatane na Matonya. Hauna privilege ya kuchagua mikono zitakushika. Unafaa kujua wewe ni mtoto wa mama wengi. By the time umeanza kutembea, wewe ni certified tourist, umetalii vitanda kwa boma nyingi. And by the time umeanza kuongea, wewe ni translator. Lugha yako ni cocktail ya ndimi nyingi. So by the time unaingia shule, unajua wezi make promises kwa mabeshte, umeafu kushika na ukaachilia mikono mingi, including mikono za mamako mzazi mwenye ako barely na 20s, bado hawezi afford kuspoil chances zake za kupata mchumba, especially kama anajua baba wa baby daddy ni landlord. Ako sure mtoto wake hawezi lala nje kwa veranda kama babu yake analipisha nyumba. So hivyo ndo utajipata ukiishi na grandparents wako, ukishia kitanda na binamu zako, confused jua mali babako anaingilia kwa life yako. As far as you can tell, kama nyinyi wote bado ni watoto mkitegemea wazazi wake. A sense of parenthood ni dormant, lazima kwanza washe pombe ndo iwake. Saa hizo unawisha unge half kungoja mpaka uwe mgonjwa ndio upata na mama ukipelekwa hosi. Despite of your grandma kujaribu kuplay your role, kuna vile una feel life yako bado ina deficiency. Hata kama bado maswali ni mob, lakini ikifika ni majibu ndio kuna lack sufficiency. Later on in life itachukua more than mathematics lessons kabla ulan count your blessings. Hiyo ni baada ya kugonga decade na kabla ulan ku appreciate mother. Around the same time will get over kuchukia buda na ukajua biology pekee qualify mwanaume kwa baba. Hata kama kabla hapo closet ilikuwa imejaa mizoga na roho ilikuwa imekabwa na hasira na uoga. Hasira ya kukosa mtu wa kulilia na uoga wa kukosa kutangulia. Top of your class for the most part ya shule ya msingi. Hata kama kujiamini ilikuwa tatizo despite kurudi home na zawadi nyingi. Feeling less favored hata kama ulikuwa favorite kwa wengi. Most of the times unajipata uko sad wishing mama angeishia. Unatamani baba angekuwa around ukidai bega ya kulalia. Labda then ungekuwa una feeling kama unaonewa. Then ungejificha kwa kichaka peke yako ukilia. Then ungejipata mbali na nyumbani ukisaka job ya kuchunga baada ya kukimbia. Labda grandpa angekuwa anaogopa kuvunja roho yake mara nyingine baada ya babako na ndugu zake kuangusha juhudi za baba yao. Labda ungechukua shule ya upili more seriously kama ungekuwa umebeba baggage ambayo ilifanyika kwa familia previously. Ngumu kuelewa mbona babako aliamua kuchukua kiti ya dereva kama bado alikuwa na fancy lifestyle ya passenger. Ngumu kujua mbona ulipata kujua kitu ilifanyikia madhako kupitia gumzo za strangers. Certain discoveries can drive you mad. Hata kama with time learn to appreciate life yako baada ya kujua despite of your experiences kwa hard. Other kids have had it worse. It's sad that kuna watoto wengi wana chance ya kummeet their dad. Kids wako fathered na deadbeats, reason streets in a flood. So at least uko glad that your grandparents walikuwa able to take on the burden. Warm food after school and a roof over your head is more than most can attest to. So you're no longer saddened despite of all the bull. Now you know that you and your cousins grew up in a gorgeous garden. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Winnie. As you have heard, my name is Chemutai Sage, and the song I'm going to perform first is called Let Me Live. And it's a song about resilience, being resilient in a time of struggle. As a human race, I know that sometimes you feel like some topics or some issues are too big for us to handle, especially as individuals. But this song is a reminder that, you know what, you can decide as an individual to wake up to a new day, to wake up to something new for humanity. The power belongs in our hands.
Life is so precious, isn't that what they say? Why do we seem to keep looking the other way? Found myself walking alone in the struggle. All I wanted was to keep away from their trouble. God bless the man that gives. What you see is a life if it's only half lived. Would you cry with me now if I say that I could win? Should I let this all end so the truth can begin? Oh, won't these people just let me live? I got too much in this life to give, and I'm not waiting for no one. I'm gonna make my own way. I'm gonna wake up to a new day, whatever the price I'll pay. Oh, I'm gonna wake up to a new day. Gonna wake up to a new day. Whoa, I'm gonna wake up to a new day. I'm gonna wake up to a new day. Matata mingi, jiamini bila hata shilingi. How do you start the journey of a million steps? How do you swim to the top when you know you're drowning in the depths? And no, do this for my daughter. I refuse to let this all just end here in the water. Leave it all behind and just float. Freedom is harder to live than I hope, yeah. Won't these people just let me live? I got too much in this life to give, and I'm not waiting for no one. I'm gonna make my own way. I'm gonna wake up to a new day, whatever the price I pay. Ooh, I'm gonna wake up to a new day. Oh, I'm gonna wake up to a new day. Oh, I'm gonna wake up to a new day. I'm gonna wake up to a new day, saying I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna wake up to a new day. I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna wake up. Oh, I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna wake up to a new day. I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna wake up. 'Cause rise and fall round and round. Gonna raise my feet off the ground. And here we go, rise and fall round and round. Raise your feet off the ground. Oh, all these people just let me live. I got too much in this life to give, and I'm not waiting for no one. I'm gonna make my own way. I'm gonna wake up to a new day, whatever the price I pay. Ooh, I'm gonna wake up to a new day. Oh, gonna wake up to a new day. Oh, I'm gonna wake up to a new day. Gonna wake up to a new day. I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna wake up. Ooh. Rise and fall round and round. Gonna raise my feet off the ground. And here we go, round and round. Raise your feet off the ground.
So this next one is titled Girl in a Blue Dress. And it was basically me writing about the comparison between me as a young girl and me as a grown woman. And how when we're younger, we have these big dreams about what we want to do with our lives. But like as we grow older, people try and talk us down out of those dreams. And putting an end to human trafficking is something, it's a major thing. And I don't think, and I'm lying. So let's take it from there again. So this next song I'm going to perform is titled Girl in a Blue Dress, and it's a comparison between me as a little girl and me as a grown woman. And it's basically me talking about how when I'm younger, big dreams seem very possible and very doable. But as you grow older, people talk you out of your dreams and you find yourself just drifting away farther and farther from the things you wanted to accomplish in this life because they seem so colossal. So putting an end to human trafficking is something really major. It feels like something that can be done. It feels like a distant dream. But these are my words to you, to still have that little child in you. Is words I'm speaking to the little child in you, to always hold on to that dream, whatever the dream may be.
Run away with the moon, fly away with the stars. Dream for long, 'cause you know time will heal all your scars. Dreaming deep in peaceful sleep while I stay awake and weep. Little girl with a blue dress. Little girl with a blue dress. You forgive and forget. I just live in regret. Looking forward with smiles. I just see endless miles. Read your Bible and pray. I just slowly drift away. Little girl with a blue dress. Little girl with a blue dress. Oh, little girl, pretty girl, don't get lost in the light that is our world. Beautiful girl, be the sunshine, be the light that forever changes mine. You're afraid of the dark, I'm afraid of the light. From the truth, I just run, but the truth is your life. You're content and you're kind. I am selfish and blind. Little girl with a blue dress. Little girl with a blue dress. Oh, little girl, pretty girl, don't get lost in the light that is our world. Beautiful girl, be the sunshine, be the light that forever changes mine. Little girl with a blue dress. Ooh, da-da-da-da. Oh, little girl with the blue dress.
All right, the next one is titled Love is All We Need. I think in a perfect world, love alone with no action, just the feeling of love would be enough. But this song questions love for others, love for humanity. Is it enough to survive, or do we need to show our actions? How do we love one another? where dreams were more than enough. Won't you tell me the story of love and its glory? Won't you give me a reason to believe that love is all we need? Take me back to forever love, where till the end of time wasn't too much. Won't you tell me the story of love's endless glory? Give me a reason to believe that love is all we need. Oh, love, so faithful and true, and I found it right here with you. Oh, love, whatever shall I do? If you were to leave or go away, please don't ever go away. Just stay right here and tell me the story of love and its glory. Give me a reason to believe that love is all we need. Won't you tell me the story of love and its glory? Give me a reason to believe that love is all we need. Oh, love is patient, love is kind, love perseveres all the time. Love is forever, if it's true, and I'm glad I found it with you. Won't you tell me the story of love's endless glory? Give me a reason to believe that love is all we need. Won't you tell me the story of love and its glory? Give me a reason to believe that love is all we need. Love is all we need. Oh, love is all we need. Thank you. Thank you.
So we are back, and the rain, yeah, it has become real. We
It's a
are under a
blessing.
tent now. But yes, we just want to go through the feedback on Facebook as well as on YouTube. But then before we continue, I just want to thank Sage, Dofan, Lisa, and Enigma. Did a very good job. And so just going through the conversation that is ongoing online, we have Karina Dent joining from Scotland. Thank you, Hart, for all the incredible and important work you're doing. Thank you very much, Karina. Peter, the raw honesty in Dofan's introductory story. Our stories and histories shape some of our realities. Today and through his story, it's easy to relate how any of us can become vulnerable. Thank you very much, Peter. Willie Oeba, he's saying, what are some of the challenges met by refugees in urban areas? I see there's already feedback given to Willie. Thank you very much. Hart is responding. Evanquez, ready to be educated and entertained. We have Njoki just saying Zenia Manasseh. Njeru locked in, amazing from Karanja. We have Agatha come, he's calling in poets to join the conversation. Yeah, just going through it, we have Innocent, either Japur or Jupur. Apologies if I've butchered your name. Talking about Dave's accent was really dope, massive and awesome. Go Fabro. That's for you,
Thank
Dave.
you very much.
We have Mercy saying powerful performance. Camila Agak, pure heart, pure talent, Heart Kenya. Thank you very much. Nelly Wilson Tukowengi, thank you for that. Onyis Martin, we see you, one of our biggest supporters when it comes to our work working with artists. We have Joanne Masinde saying, I love this song. That was 1 minute ago, so I think she was referring to Sage's performance. So yeah, thank you very much for the conversation. I can see Peter is the most active in this discussion. Thank you very much, Peter, for the conversations. Again, Dave Edjok is talented, addressing the plight of refugees in a very creative way. Thank you very much, Peter. Dave, you're ready with the YouTube conversation?
Thank you very much. We are going to read YouTube when we come after the performance.
Okay.
We're going to read the comments, but keep on commenting, keep on watching. And
continue with the conversation, right?
Definitely.
Yeah. And we'll have Javan introduce Young at Heart.
Thank you very much. Before I introduce Young at Art, don't forget that the hashtag is Arts to End Slavery. That is the hashtag that we are talking with on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter too. So right about now, I'm going to introduce Young at Art. They're going to be blessing us with a very powerful performance. Welcome and thank you.
Enjoy.
Enjoy.
Step to the right one time, to the left, then pose. 20 reverse. 20 reverse. 20 reverse. Kanyagalami, bounce with me, mommy. Pose. Tuna reverse. Tuna reverse. Tuna reverse. One man anaitwa Dimori. Mgenge flani toka Oyole. Mtuma vibes yani mavidonge. Akisikia beat must azitoke. Ana reverse. Ana reverse.
Every morning wake up, thank God for a new day, sun is already out. Say it's a lovely day, feeling so happy. Happy, happy, happy. Look at me smile, feeling so jumpy. Jumpy, jumpy, jumpy. I feel like wanna dance, dance, dance. Kawapenda kucheza, dance kucheza. Everybody dance, oh dance kucheza, dance kucheza. Everybody dance. Go. Chukuch, mama, chukuch. Chukuch, mama, chukuch. Chukuch, mama, chukuch. Chukuch, chukuch, mama, mama.
Wild Teens. Strip club music.
Me make it bounce on the left, bounce on the right. Two of them together, man, I watch me all night. Don't on the ground, me make it bounce, what a sight. Don't on the ground, me don't on the bounce.
Bounce up, make it bounce up, make it bounce up, bounce up, make it bounce up, make it bounce up, bounce up, make it bounce up, make it bounce up. Watch how she a go on, my girl, make your come up, bounce up, make it bounce up, make it bounce up, bounce up, make it bounce up, make it bounce up, bounce up, make it bounce up, make it bounce up. Do a wine, then she gone down on the ground up.
Safasa peli sizwe simnyama Iwasafa Isizwe saba Kamula molo Haimimboka lize Wemaye wemolo Safasa peli sizwe simnyama Iwasafa Isizwe saba Kamula molo Haimimboka lize Wemaye ngiyakhala Pasapasa phela isizwe sinyama Iwasafa isizwe sabantu Alamulana Ayimboka lize Wemaye wemolo
Strength to break free from the enemy. Help me break free.
Thank you again for watching and staying on. I'm gonna be reading some comments from YouTube, and of course, somebody is saying, "Go K2, go bro, good work, well done, Nick Kagesa." Nick is representing Quiver Studios. That is Mob Love. Somebody is saying hi from Poland, and I think that is very encouraging that we're also reaching to a wider space to the world. Aish, somebody is saying, Aish, let's go K2, and I think that is just no words, it's just full of vibe. To K2, go bro, Poet K2, Mob Love, let's go K2, Do Poet, you know. And also somebody is saying, let's keep this conversation up because this is the love that we need. Somebody is saying more love to and more power to Dofan. I see someone saying blessed love, wadada pamoja. Great show, K2 amepita ama, because somebody is like, we need to have him back again. Poet K2 is also watching, and his fans are like, we all need to stay on. Somebody is saying Sage, more love. Noma sana, new day. People believe that something is going to change very soon. So somebody is also saying we are going to have to extend this show because the fire in the house is so much. Thank you. Keep conversing, and the hashtag is Arts to End Slavery. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And as we move forward, I'd just like to say, in case we know of any trafficking cases, children who are being married off, children who are working in people's homes as domestic workers, if you know of adults who are also being forced into labor, some of them into sex trafficking, both adults and minors, you also have many people who are being forced into begging. So if you know anyone who is a potential victim of human trafficking or an actual victim of trafficking, please reach out to us. We have our helpline number, which is 0780 211113. You can also just reach out to us through Facebook, through Twitter, through Instagram, as well as on YouTube. All of our pages, as you are logged in right now, it's Heart Kenya. And so before you proceed to the last bit of the performances, we'd like to have a conversation around today's discussion. And we'll have Javan and Dave leading the discussion. And then I would like all of us to contribute to the discussion, be able to see what really needs to be done and what will be the key thing for us to look into as we look at tomorrow. Today is over, then what happens tomorrow, so that we're not just living here having listened to very good performances, but then there's no cause of action. Dave and Javan.
Thank you very much. I think I'll have Dave, take the first.
Thank you very much. So our conversation is gonna be based around refugees. You know, when we talk about refugees, people have a very bad mindset surrounding it. They have norms and beliefs, and who are refugees supposed to be. Today, if I ask you, Winnie, who is a refugee? You have your own definition. You have your own definition how you view refugees. I am a refugee. I mean, people that are watching me right now are like me, and I have so much potential as them, you know. And when we talk about refugees, we have a norm that people have adopted, and that is what I want us to demystify and talk about it. What first thing come to your head when we talk about refugees?
For me, and this has been over time, is literally someone who's running away from war and just trying to find a space to put their heads in, and of course it's bad life for them.
It's true. Winnie must have a very good definition of a refugee.
I won't give the definition that exists in our books. However, because as I'm saying, we work with victims of human trafficking. We work with survivors. So as human rights activists, we know this is very real and it can happen to us every day. And any day it can happen to us anytime when you're facing persecution. It doesn't have to be, it's a whole group of people who really have to flee war. It can just be where you are, you're no longer safe, and that's why you need to be able to seek refuge elsewhere. And normally with refugees, it's looking at you seeking refuge outside another country. So it's not within your own country, but not seeking refuge in another country, because where you are at, your safety is not guaranteed. And so I know it's very real, because when you're trying to fight for people's rights, definitely you become an enemy to many people. And so we know that this is a risk that we can face anytime. And so that's what I'll define who really a refugee is.
Thank you for that. We have so many norms based around refugees, especially in Africa. And the funny thing, I've lived in Kenya all my life. I was born here. And every time that I bring up the topic about refugees, it becomes a whole different thing, because people don't have any idea about refugees. And there's so many norms, and I would like us to demystify some of these norms today. Some of them, you might have heard some of them, and I would like us to bring them up to the light and, eradicate them and remove that from your mind. And some of the norms, for example, I myself as David, the world believes refugees are very vulnerable people. We are vulnerable, of course, but with very much potential. We are educated. Even though we have little resources when it comes to education, but we are educated and we are thriving. We have dreams just like everyone else. But when the mainstream media portray refugees, they portray a refugee as this helpless person that cannot help himself. And I think you've worked with refugees and the victims, and you have seen there's so much potential that exists there. And what do you think should be done, or what do you think should be the measure that should be taken, for this kind of stuff to be demystified, or for refugees to be included as a whole, and not look at as helpless person and as the vulnerable type who cannot fend for themselves?
I'll tell you, the first time I came across a huge community of refugees, we were having a workshop, and I had our social media manager who was doing photography. And so for us, consent is very key for us to get consent from participants for us to take pictures. And so we asked, are we okay with us taking pictures? And they were very clear. Some of them were just like, no. Back in my country, I'm a politician, and that if they see me, they'll know I'm in this country, And some of them were clear that they're also journalists. So just having in mind that these are people who back in their country are very productive. So the skills that they have, some of them, maybe they were born in our country, but others for sure, they had established themselves back in their countries. And so it's not that thing of, this is a new human being who has nothing. And that is what is portrayed right now. And so I think, and that's where you look at, even at our environments, they're not very enabling for one to come in and be able to thrive and grow, be it running a business, be it even getting employment. There are so many limitations and so many restrictions, and some of them are around our policies. And so it's just us looking at what can we do to have policies that actually have inclusivity of everyone who is within our boundaries at all times. Just because as human beings, for us to survive, our livelihoods need to be taken care of.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
if you're
true.
going to tell me with all my hands and my legs and my knowledge, I can't do anything, I have to stay in a camp for me to exist in this world, there are too many limitations. So it's just for us to look at how do we support each other, because we are all human beings. How do we support each other and be able to actually thrive and grow and actually just to our fullest potential? Because we should, and no one should be able to tell you you shouldn't just because there was war in your country, or because your government was not happy with you back in your country, or because there are people who are after you. So I think it's just looking at it as just as a human being. All of us who want to thrive, would you be happy with someone telling you don't engage in business? No. Don't go to school? No. So why should we do that to other people, you know?
Yeah, that's
So I'll just say it has to start from us as well, as host communities, as people who are based in these countries. When people come to your country seeking refuge, then actually how do we welcome them? You know, how do we support them? And sometimes, yes, we understand there might be language barriers depending on where they're coming from. However, as human beings, even simple gestures as just saying hi, you know, you have to start somewhere. So it's just for us to think beyond ourselves and think of others as well. How do we become more inclusive in spite and despite, you know?
That's true.
Maybe also something that I think this particular platform is trying to do is also to normalize the conversation around refugees, the reasons why they become refugees, the reasons why we also need to embrace them as our brothers and sisters, our mothers and fathers, because normally it's a conversation that is always left to humanitarians and not necessarily citizens of different nations that do host these people. And that is the gap that we're also trying to bridge today, and it's not an easy job, because we have to start somewhere. All that matters is in your heart. You have to find it to see that your brother, your sister somewhere has to move to maybe come and find a space to just, you know, have a conversation around what is happening, maybe back from where they come. And also it's about the human rights issues. These are rights that have been ratified with the United Nations, and most of our countries have also taken these principles and rights as part of our laws. But how many live by them? And it's not only about living by them, but how many know about them? Because if the government, the institutions know about them, but the people don't know, then there is a gap. So I think we're also trying to have this conversation and make it an easy space for people to consume. And it's not only about poetry and rap music and, you know, percussions. We've also done graffitis in different spaces, so that people in these spaces can relate to these conversations. People in these spaces can also find key information that can help and guide them through their journey. Because if you go to a country as a refugee and you don't know where your embassy is, you don't know who to talk to, you don't know what the channels are, then you still have a lot of issues around you. Then because you as a person, you become vulnerable, and everybody around you is also vulnerable, where there are resources that are already set aside to help such groups of people. So this conversation is to open up and help us see and help us push forward, and also help us to embrace our brothers and sisters without just seeing them as refugees, but seeing them as people who have issues that need to be solved, and we will solve them as a family. So to continue with this conversation, of course, hashtag Arts to End Slavery. Keep talking, let's share, ask your questions. You can go to Heart Kenya website, you can go to Heart Kenya Facebook and Twitter to get more information, and also seek clarity in whatever that you don't understand, or whatever that we might have not touched on this particular topic. Thank you.
Very vital takeaway for the audience today is anybody can be a refugee.
Yeah.
You know, you can wake up one day and find yourself displaced.
True.
It's not like you wake up one day, hey, let me go to a refugee camp. It doesn't happen like that. Today you can be a refugee. It's just a matter of circumstances.
True.
And the situation that you find yourself in. So whenever you think of refugees, no, they're human like you who are once in their houses, living their beautiful life in their countries before they got displaced. So thank you. Continue with the conversation.
Yeah, and maybe just to close this discussion, at the end of the day, us seeing an asylum seeker, a refugee, an IDP, a host community, poor, rich, those are labels being given to individuals. And so if we were to remove all those labels, all of us, we are human beings. There's nothing that differentiates who I am and who Javan is and who Dave is. It's labels we are being given that help institutions and governments be able to run the systems. However, minus that label, me and you, we are the same. There isn't a difference.
Yeah.
And so just for us to really live as human beings and removing those labels which are forcing us define people differently or even engage with people differently.
It's true. Just like I mentioned in one of my poetry when I was performing earlier, I said being a refugee does not define me. It's what inside me.
Yeah.
And just like you talk about the human aspect of it, being human being, it's it's really vital. If you remove the label of being refugee, that is just a name
Yeah.
at the end of the day. And we are human. So let's be human.
Yes.
Thank you.
We need it.
Yes. Let's be human. And so we want to move on to the next, I think it's the second last bit of our performances. And we'll have When Music performing, as well as Javan, who is right next to us. He'll disappear to the studio and give us the best out of his performance. And then eventually we'll have Mbogi Connection. And then we'll come back and close with our two artists giving us the
With a
final
freestyle,
performance.
that you don't want to miss.
I'm so privileged to have artists on stage as well. So thank you very much for the company.
And you are an artist too.
I know.
Oh, I am. I didn't know. Thank you. I didn't know.
You have your dancing shoes on.
Oh, yeah.
I'm actually waiting to see Winnie dance. She's gonna close
Can
dancing.
we just close that discussion? Up next is When Music, Javan, and Mbogi Connection.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Winnie. Greetings to one and all. Greetings, beautiful kings and queens. I go by the name of When Music, and welcome. Sera zenyu zote tumechoka sikiza, daily ni uongo kutupanga kadonda, sambaza mumbesete ndio mukule kabisa, sisi ndio jeshi. Ukora mumejaza medheli sungura, ukabila ndiyo panga muko ready kukata, na dini ndiyo damu muko ready kumwaga, sisi ndio jeshi. Babylon, burn Babylon, burn Babylon, fire, 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 burn Babylon, burn Babylon. Sisi watoto na hisi cha baba, mingi twapitia need a new solution. Usipocheza fiti weka new position, sisi ndio jeshi. Usipoziba ufa utajenga ukuta, heri kufa macho kuliko moyoni. Hisiboka soka tuko ready mandondi, sisi ndio jeshi. Babylon, burn Babylon, burn Babylon. Fire, fire, fire. Fire, fire, fire. Fire, oh, oh. Burn Babylon, burn Babylon, burn Babylon. Fire, fire. Babylon, burn Babylon. Yes, we have to take care for one another, you know. Each one, teach one. This next song is called Never Run Away. And so it's pretty much a calling and an affirmation
you know, to look within yourself. Never run away, never run away. Walk firm on your feet and lead the way. Never run away, never run away. Let the Most High protect your days. Never run away, never run away. Walk firm on your feet and never run away, never run away. Let the Most High protect your days. Coming from the sun and moon, living in a place called Earth. Instinct comes on at your own, surviving to protect my home and mind. Balance through the time and space, ancestors ending love and grace. When the enemy surround me, my spirit will always stand firm and strong. Never run away, never run away. Walk firm on your feet and never run away, never run away. Let the Most High protect your days. Never run away, never run away. Walk firm on your feet and never run away, never run away. Let the Most High protect your days. Listen, remember back in time we were queens and kings, ruling from the Nile to the seven seas, navigating the world, schooling the child and even counting the stars. Hey, knowledge of thyself, pure than gold. Look up to the self and let the melanin glow. Yeah, no pollution, no dilution, a revolution, man. Never run away, never run away. Walk firm on your feet and never run away, never run away. Let the Most High protect your days. Never run away, never run away. Walk firm on your feet and never run away, never run away. Let the Most High protect your days. Never run away, never run away. Walk firm on your feet and never run away, never run away. Let the Most High protect your days. Aye.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Winnie Motevu, for giving me this chance. My name is Javan the Poet, J to the A to the V-A-N to the T-H to the P-O-E-T. And with me is Stingo Thao and Kingori the saxophonist. Why I'm doing this is because I really feel like we are losing so many brothers and sisters into the space of looking for work, the space of not knowing what to do, when to do it, and how to do it, and with whom. So I want to keep you safe. We want to be safe. I don't want to see my brothers and sisters crying that things went wrong. Be safe, keep safe, and share this information. I'm going to give you two pieces. One is Nobody for Sale, and the other one is Days Are Gone. Yeah. 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 Nobody for sale. Kuwa safe, precaution take, it's never too late. Nobody for sale. Kuwa safe, precaution take, it's never too late. Nobody for sale. Kuwa safe, precaution take, it's never too late. Yeah.
Tuna haso kuwa sonko wakati kupata job na cash imekuwa so slow. Ka movement ya kono mikono zangu hazifiti. Mapocket juu zao ziko in kama charger na socket. Wanabonga mob kama product ya saf. Ongea taarifu nataka chain saf. Utapata kuwa tu jo arif. One nation tumelan one lesson. Kupata change mina wento one mason. Wazee walisema penye nia pana njia. Niko stage hata sijapata njia. Naitishwa mia weird. Hatu hike siku hizi juu mountains zime come home. Na presses za goods tunakura zile tunazo tunauza. We fools who's matter now ni kiwanja wanakula kwao. Life's good for them. Wanatumia words kama wao. Wanajenga nini barabara zimejaa potholes. Fuka hinji treasury hiyo potiko na holes. Kusiphon cash ukiuliza hiyo swali utambiwa pass. Nobody for sale. Kuwa safe precaution take. It's never too late. Nobody for sale. Kuwa safe precaution take. It's never too late. Never too late. Never too late. Nobody for sale. Kuwa safe precaution take. It's never too late. Nangia shule kusoma. Mwalimu anagoma na graduate chuo kikuu na honors. Notice board kusoma nikitafuta vacancy. Hii subject inaitwa experience kuiona. Ama hii degree ya jobless corner. Ambulance imekuwa too fast kutupeleka kwa Grim Reaper juu ku maintain life. Health services too expensive. Death is cheaper kishibe excess. Turukana mills ni shida. Kids dying daily ni msiba. Biashara ni hasara na uza sukari ya nyumbani 100. Ya magendo napunguza kadhaa 10%. Fungua macho uone who's to blame. I and I. Nobody for sale. Kuwa safe precaution take. It's never too late. Yeah. Nobody for sale. Kuwa safe precaution take. It's never too late. Nobody for sale. Kuwa safe precaution take. It's never too late. Never too late. Nobody for sale. Kuwa safe precaution take. It's never too late. Nobody for sale. Kuwa safe precaution take. It's never too late. Nobody for sale. Kuwa safe precaution take. It's never too late. Yeah. Thank you for that. We're gonna do the second piece. And the second piece is days are gone. Man, the days are gone when we used to get lost and had to come back home. Yeah. Days. Hey. Woo. Days are gone where we used to get lost and come back home. Days are gone when we used to get lost and come back home. Days are gone where we used to get lost and come back home. Days are gone where we used to get lost and come back home. Days are gone where we used to get lost and come back home. Days are gone where we used to get lost and come back home. Kazi ya gani kublow holes kwa heads na chest. Siku protect ni contest, yeah. Nani anangusha wengi, nani anajaza meli, nani anashinda hezi juu system siko mesi. Alisema shoot to kill, bodies all over kwa screen. Kama mbaya ndio tampos, tunamaliza generation. Ama pay a lawyer uniform, pay a judge uniform. Ukuwe wote kwa street, tushike investigate, lafu kill. Familia za victims zilipye bullets, mpate pay rise. Ama pathology wa gavana mocha wapate clients. Days are gone when we used to get lost and come back home. Days are gone where we used to get lost and come back home. Days are gone where we used to get lost and come back home. Days are gone where we used to get lost and come back home. Citizens na law no love, Land Cruisers zimegeuka hus. kuferi body bags, forest grounds imejaa body parts, si watu ni killer squad. Poo kushoot na kutoa bullets kwa throat, alafu kwa media wanakuwa plus. Hakuna light kwa end ya tunnel iko close. Hakuna justice kwa ears iko cased. Hakuna justice kwa ears iko paused. Days are gone when we used to get lost and come back home. Days are gone. Days are gone when we used to get lost and come back home. Days are gone. Days are gone when we used to get lost and come back home. Days are gone. Days are gone when we used to get lost and come back home. Days are gone. Days are gone when we used to get lost and come back home. Days are gone. Days are gone when we used to get lost and come back home. Days are gone. Days are gone when we used to get lost and come back home. Days are gone. Days are gone when we used to get lost and come back home. Thank you, Javan the poet, Stingo Thao, and Kingori the saxophonist. Bless. Days are gone. Thank you. Woo.
Loving you good people, Wagwan, kings and queens. We are the Mbogi Connection. Thank you so much, Winnie, for this opportunity to practice our freedom, to share our love. We are a people of Lavingi Lavanga, which is love that continues. We are black, we are African, we are power, we are fire, we are spirit, we are freedom. Well, hey! Straight toka shule, youngster ni dreamer. Mistari chora sipote, mistani pepa sina. Muziki cheza jitete, mimnaana jenga jina. Straight toka shule, youngster ni dreamer. Mistari chora sipote, mistani pepa sina. Muziki cheza jitete, mimnaana jenga jina. Leo pen kwa pepa, kesho picha kwa pepa. Views nipe pepa. Views sana ikichipa nipe interview. Citizen anipe alama. Hashtag mashabiki kwa picha na madowo akisha Twitter. Miziki kizazi kipya, mizizi ingali nashika. Sauti ni ndimu kwa koroga. Mistari, mizani, calligraph nionekane kwa mwanga za star. Ni mi star na Mrs. Millionaire kwa midomo za mabloga. Ni reason ya assassins kusoma magazines 20. Hey! Wamenificha kwa feature story ila sina copies. Nime sell out paper, nime make out na new divas kwa giza. Fake smiles kwa picha na sura ya Aladdin. Dust sipatani nina pana mikeka 20. Woo! Fast ganji, bags muziki jani. Fast puff na timajani. Fast kwa line na hadarani. Mad kwa rhyming kalimani. Brag na crime fekuli gani. Shots na line in kaliani. Mafans kibao bado natoka jasho ki. Power kibao bado nafunga macho ki. chakari, papa hatari, sija tahadhari. Smiles ni cream in all criminal activity. Popular pop star, popping kwa popular beat, yeah pop gun. Now the missus missing kwa the popular pictures. Ni mimi kissing, now the missus. Skwambi, skwembe, nilipata lini. Skwambi kaswende, nilipata vipi. Skwambi, kipi kibaya mwili au akili za umbea. Vipi najitetea, na mimi nishapepea. 20 Bella 20 Bella 20 Bella 20 Bella. Dini ilinitoa toka chini. Lini nilijipenda mimi nikasahau uli nipenda fast uli nishika fam niki rise faster kama jua. Shida tulitatua kwa kupakua sinia. Sikujua nikibagua ninajiua mimi, ninajivuta chini nao. Nimeketi back left ila sina dereva. Uniform ni safety cha bila choka kachora giza kwa pupil ya pupils kwa skuli. Vipi skuli na ninajaza pot belly. Tulia tu skuli inje kulia tu skuli. Hey! 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 20 nilisahau. Iza nilidharau. Iza nilisahau. Iza nilidharau. Iza nilisahau. Iza nilidharau. Iza nilisahau. Iza nilidharau. First class ya first ganji. 20 back muziki jani. 20 fast pop na timajani. 20 fast kwa line na hadharani. 20 mat kwa rhyme mkalimani. 20 rap na crime pekuli gani. 20 shots na line mkali yani. 20 mafans kibao bado natoka jasho ki. Bawa kibao bado nafunga macho ki. Roho kipofu kwangu divine majini. Papa chakari, papa hatari, sija tahadhari. Smiles ni cream in all criminal activity. Popular pop star, popping kwa popular beat ya popcorn. Now the missus missing kwa the popular pictures. Ni mimi kissing na the missus. Skwambi, skwembe, nilipata lini. Skwambi kaswende, nilipata vipi. Skwambi, kipi kibaya mwili au akili za umbea. Vipi najitetea, na mimi nishapepea. 2 times. Skwambi, skwembe, nilipata lini. Skwambi kaswende, nilipata vipi. Skwambi, kipi kibaya mwili au akili za umbea. Vipi najitetea, na mimi nishapepea. 20 Hey! Class ya fast ganji. Back muziki jani. Fast kwa line na hadharani. Fast pop na timajani. Mad kwa rhyme mkalimani. Brag na crime fekuli gani. Shots na line mkali yani. Mafans kibao bado natoka jasho ki. Bawa kibao bado nafunga macho ki. Roho kipofu kwangu divai majini. Wela, 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 wela. Hey, 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 hey. We are the Mbogi Connection. Love that is, love that continues. Lovingi, lavanga.
We've been told twende by Mbogi, so we are ready to leave now.
Yeah.
And just going through the comments, we'll quickly rush through this because we need to leave where we are. It's not the warmest. So yeah, I can see Louis saying I relate. Njoki saying knowledge of self pure as gold, never run away. Let the Most High protect your days when music. Okay, quoting the music. She's a superstar from Rehema. And then from Batmark, subject inaitwa experience. I think I'll end it there, just looking at our experiences. They are all very different. And so it's just for us to be able to appreciate each other and just let all of us live and enjoy our experiences as they are. And so, yeah, do we have anything on YouTube,
Yes.
Dave?
Yes, on YouTube we have Karina Dan, totally correct about the labels. It caused division and it caused separation. We are all the same, and all that is needed is love. And we also have from Dingwar, positive vibe, thank you. And we have from Yar, Holy, Holy, Holy Spirit. Fire burn them. They say the show is going great. Keep on commenting. You can rewatch it after.
Yes.
Actually, you can rewatch it over and over again if you want to.
True.
But keep on the spirit. We love y'all very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Javan, for joining me today. Very grateful. Thank you, Dave.
It's
Very,
an
very
honor.
grateful. And we want to come to an end and just say thank you, everyone, for creating your time. It's more than 2 hours since we began the show, so
Yeah.
very grateful that you've been able to stick around for the whole 2 hours. And yes, we continue the conversation on the social media sites. The hashtag is @toendslavery. Again, as I've said, if you have cases to refer, our helpline number is 0780-211113. You can call, you can text, you can use WhatsApp. And so let's continue the conversation. And from Heart Kenya, we are saying thank you and goodbye. And with that, we'll have Javan and Dave closing with the performance. Thank you very much. And I will exit from the stage and let them have and get to do their thing.
I
Bye.
thought you're
I
gonna
thought Winnie was
perform
going
too.
to dance. Yeah,
Oh
I thought
my.
Winnie was going to dance at the end.
Okay. Are you gonna start, bro?
Yeah,
Go
I
for it.
know.
Go for it. Go for it. Go for it.
Would you love me if I ever make it? It ain't cool if it's different shaded.
Yeah.
Fake love, they counterfeit it. Being balanced, they countertake it. Trash fake love society doctrines, they tire me. Smiling in my face and then the back of you be stabbing me. God, they be calling him, they be telling him it's not supposed to fight back. It's not supposed to have a thick skin. Supposed to lay down and die, but I always have my weight in. Supposed to get posed, the end resolves. I contradict him. Thank you.
Yo,
Don't
yo,
have it
yo.
away.
That's nice. That's dope. I'm gonna do one of my favorite, piece of song or rap music. Many know me as Javan the poet doing poetry, but I'm gonna do a song.
I'm looking forward for this.
Yeah, something that I believe must happen and should happen to everybody. And
Must happen.
Even the refugees are free to do this. This song is called Business Biz, and whatever you do, it's about business, but you can also do business because the systems allow you to, and I support you to do that. So it goes. Business Biz, nauza tobao, nauza ni buy, nauza tobao, nauza ni buy, kaboy, wavenis to do biz juu, Business Biz, wanauza sukari kwa maa, Katel wanauza katen kwa duka Patel, lakini si 10 kwa black market ukiwa mjanja, just get it to Business Biz, anachapa kawera na get, peda na kushoka wale to get laid to Business Biz, chips na kula na toothpick, baby kwa donta ku pick, tukienda picnic, street ni safi, no snitch, Business Biz, nauza tobao, nauza ni buy, nauza tobo nauza ni buy kaboy waveni to do biz juu Business Biz, either noti ama coins ama noti, Business Biz, as long as naleta faida, identify an opportunity, piga research, invest cash, meditate, ni ya leo, tatu 10 bei ya kamera, beba kawa baby, we beba juu Business Biz, wanauza sukari kwa Katel, Business Biz, nauza tobo nauza ni buy, nauza tobo nauza ni buy kaboy waveni to do biz juu Business Biz. Javan the poet.
Ish.
Yo. Thank you, man.
Probably respect, man.
Yeah, thank you. And this has
Business
been
Biz.
an awesome day. Keep talking, keep tweeting, keep sharing. Hashtag Arts to End Slavery. Peace.
Thank you.
Love you. Woo.
That was one hell of a rap.